The mind has no limit, only a new mystery. The mind is the potential for suspicion and change. Simplicity can only be achieved through complexity. The wise solve the problem, the genius prevents it from happening. The mind is not quick by creativity. Mistake is the source of success. The human is only a small part of a large space, but we can change the world. Life is a waste, not a race to the end. Knowledge begins with curiosity. Logic will lead you from point A to point B. Imagination will lead you everywhere. People only live when they live for others. The question is half success. The mind is not only in knowing, but also in applying. The human can only be free when they believe in the truth. The human is the most important part of knowledge. Never stop asking. It's a strange feeling to find that understanding is stronger than understanding itself. Creativity is imagination turning into reality. Live your life like a fairy tale. The wise solve the problem, the genius prevents it from happening. Live your life like a fairy tale. Knowledge comes from experience, but the mind comes from thinking. All complexity begins with simplicity. The world is not dangerous because of the evil, but because of those who only see and do nothing. If you love what you are doing, you will succeed. The difficulty in seeing the principles is not in finding them, but in getting rid of the old principles. Success comes only when you prepare for it. Imagination is more important than knowledge. The human can only be free when they believe in the truth. The mind is not only in knowing, but also in applying. The human can only be free when they believe in the principles. The mind is not only in knowing, but also in getting rid of the old principles. Happiness is not in possessing and controlling, but in sharing and giving away. The mind is not the measurement of success, but the ability to change. Imagination cannot be limited by what we currently have. Life is like a fairy tale, and we have to find a way to solve it. A day without learning is a wasteful day. Transformation never comes from comfort. We cannot solve problems in the same way that we created them. Creativity requires courage to get rid of the old principles. When you stop learning, you stop developing. Change never comes if you wait for perfect conditions. The only way to overcome a limitation is to overcome it. Success is not a secret formula, but a combination of the old and the new. Our job is not to know everything, but to make this world better. Do we believe in the truth? When people try to discover the great things, we often go beyond our limits. Imagination is not the ability of the mind, but the understanding of what needs to be known. Exploration is not finding something new, but looking at things that are familiar to us. Intelligence is not the ability to know everything, but the ability to know how to ask. This world cannot change if we do not change our thoughts. Understanding does not come from grasping everything, but from seeing everything with the mind. Knowledge is not the ability to know, but the ability to apply it. Learning does not only happen in school, but it happens throughout life. Development cannot be stopped by the limitations we set ourselves. There is no limit to our thinking until we believe that there is. Success comes from knowing how to use time effectively. The wonder of knowledge is its exploration, not possession. People are really bright when they bring light to others.